Dear children, today we will discuss about the graphical representation of motion. To describe the motion of an object, we can use the line graph. In this case, line graph shows the dependence of one physical quantity such as distance or velocity on other quantities such as time. So distance time graph. The change in the position of an object with time can be represented on the distance time graph. For plotting a graph, first of all, we adopt a convenient scale of choice. It is depend on you. For example, on x-axis, one big square you take the 5 second or 10 second or 2 second. Similarly, on y-axis, one big square you take the 10 meter, 20 meter, 30 meter, as you like. It is depend on the data. Then just you see the figure number 8.3, distance time graph for an object moving with the uniform speed. Here one thing is there. In this graph, time is taken along the x-axis and distance is taken along the y-axis. Distance time graph can be employed under various conditions where object move with uniform speed, non-uniform speed, or remain at rest. So in figure number 8.3 of NCERT book, just you see the page number 104, figure 8.3. This nature of graph is graph of uniform speed. Already we have discussed the distance, slope of distance time graph gives the speed. So nature of the graph is straight line. So this nature of graph shows that the speed is uniform. So there is a conclusion regarding the distance time graph. Note down, very essentially there. If the graph is parallel to the time axis, then the body is stationary or at rest. मार्क किया? कहने का मतलब अगर ग्राफ टाइम एक्सिस के पैरेलल होता है तो ऑब्जेक्ट या तो रेस्ट में रहता है या उसको स्टेशनरी कह सकते हो. Point number 2, if the graph is straight line but not parallel to the time axis, then body is moving with the uniform speed. जैसा कि तुम देख रहे हो फिगर नंबर 8.3 में. ग्राफ स्ट्रेट लाइन है लेकिन पैरेलल नहीं है टाइम एक्सिस का, तो ये ग्राफ कैसा हो गया? यूनिफॉर्म स्पीड का. एंड the speed can be calculated by the slope of the graph. Again, number 3, if the graph is curved, it means the body is moving with variable speed. Such a body can have accelerated, retarded motion, and slope of at any point on the curve graph gives the instantaneous speed. Is it clear? Third point is clear or not? If the graph is curved line, it means the body moving with a variable speed, या non-uniform speed you can say. Such a body have the accelerated or retarded motion, and the slope at any point on the curved graph gives the instantaneous speed. Now see the figure number 8.4, distance time graph for a car moving with the non-uniform speed. Page number 107, figure number 8.4. This graph is non-uniform speed. So regarding the distance time graph, we have given the conclusion. Now come on the velocity time graph. Already we discussed the slope of velocity time graph gives the acceleration, not doubt. So under the velocity time graph, you see the figure number 8.4 of page number 107. 8.5, figure number 8.5. The variation in velocity with the time of an object moving in a straight line can be represented by velocity time graph. In this graph, time is represented along x-axis and velocity is represented along y-axis. If the object moves at uniform velocity, the height of the velocity time graph will not change with time. Mark this point. If the object moves at uniform velocity, the height of its velocity time graph will not change with time. It will be a straight line parallel to x-axis, which is shown by the figure number 8.5. Again, we know that the product of velocity and time gives the displacement of an moving object with uniform velocity. So again, mark this point. The area enclosed by velocity time graph and the time axis will not equal to the magnitude of the displacement. By knowing the distance moved by a car, in figure number 8.4, the velocity of car is 40 km per hour, which is represented by the height AC. Just you see the figure. (8.5). अब वहाँ ध्यान से देखो, डिस्टेंस मूव्ड बाय द कार इन टाइम t2 माइनस t1. ध्यान दो, यहाँ OC है t1 और OD है t2, ठीक है. फिर AC ऊपर की ओर जाओगे तो यहाँ पर देखो 40 पर ग्राफ है खींचा हुआ, इधर BD है 40 पर, इधर स्ट्रेट लाइन है टाइम एक्सिस के. यूनिफॉर्म मोशन ऑफ द कार बता रहा है. तो इसको कैलकुलेट कैसे करेंगे, ध्यान दो. डिस्टेंस मूव्ड बाय द कार इन टाइम t2 माइनस t1 कैन बी रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय s इक्वल टू, फिगर पर ध्यान दो, AC इंटू CD. AC इंटू CD मीन्स अगर रेक्टेंगल का एरिया आप निकालते तो क्या निकालते हो, लेंथ इंटू ब्रेथ. तो हो गया AC ब्रेथ हो गया और CD लेंथ हो गया। तो ऊपर देखो AC कितना दिया हुआ है, हाइट इसका है 40 किलोमीटर्स, और टाइम देखो कितना होगा T2 माइनस T1, T2 माइनस T1 है ना, यानी इसको क्या हम लोग कहेंगे, दैट इज इक्वल टू एरिया ऑफ रेक्टेंगल शेडेड इन, है ना। तो इट इज क्लियर दैट द वेलोसिटी or uniform velocity can be calculated by the height of the graph and into time interval, Is it clear? Now velocity time graph for a car moving with the uniform acceleration. In case of velocity time graph for the motion of a car is shown figure number 8.6. See the figure number 8.6. The nature of graph shows the velocity changes by the equal amounts in equal interval of time. Thus, for all the uniform acceleration motion, for all uniformly accelerated motion, the velocity time graph is a straight line. It means the slope of velocity time graph gives the acceleration. Now, conclusion regarding the velocity time graph. Number 1. When the velocity of the body remains constant, it means no acceleration is there. Number 2, when the velocity of a body changes uniformly at a constant rate with time, वो हो गया uniform acceleration. When the velocity of body changes non-uniformly, the non-uniform acceleration. In case of the velocity time graph, when the body is moving with a constant velocity, hence a velocity time graph for a body moving with a constant velocity is a straight line parallel to the time axis. Is it clear? So mind it and again conclude that the slope of distance time graph gives the speed, the slope of velocity time graph gives the acceleration. अगर यूनिफॉर्म एक्सीलरेशन है तो वेलोसिटी यूनिफॉर्म रहेगा, वेलोसिटी अगर नॉन यूनिफॉर्म रहेगा तो एक्सीलरेशन भी नॉन यूनिफॉर्म होगा. That's all. Again we will discuss in डियर स्टूडेंट, इसके पहले क्लास में हम लोगों ने कंक्लूजन ड्रॉ फ्रॉम द वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ को देखे थे. पुनः इसको हम दोहरा रहे हैं कि कंक्लूजन ड्रॉन फ्रॉम द वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ. लिसन केयरफुली और राइट डाउन. व्हेन द वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ इज पैरेलल टू द टाइम एक्सिस, the body is moving with a uniform velocity. The acceleration of body is zero. The displacement can be calculated from the area under the graph line. Number 2, when the velocity time graph is a straight line but not parallel to the any axis, the body is moving with the variable velocity. The body has uniform acceleration and the slope of the graph is positive, then the body has the positive acceleration. If the slope of graph is negative, then the body has a negative acceleration or retardation. After that, when time velocity time graph is curved, the body has variable velocity and a variable acceleration also. The area under curve represent the displacement, and the acceleration at any instant can be calculated by finding the slope of curve at that point. Note down. So after finishing this conclusion, we will start equation of motion by graphical method. So in CBSE syllabus, this equation of motion can be represented by the graph. So there are the three equations. First is V equal to U plus AT. Second, S equal to UT plus half AT square. And third equal V square minus U square is equal to 2AS, where U equal to initial velocity of the object, A equal to uniform acceleration, T equal to time, V equal to final velocity, and S is the distance traveled by an object in time t. By plotting a velocity time graph, we observe that, see the figure 8.8 velocity time graph to obtain the equation of motion. Let us consider the velocity time graph of an object that moves under uniform acceleration as shown in figure number 8.8. From this graph, we can see that initial velocity of an object is u at point A and then increases to v at point B in time t. The velocity changes at a uniform rate A. The perpendicular line BC and BE are drawn from point B on the time and velocity axis respectively. अर्थात the perpendicular line BC and BE drawn from point B. B से BC और BE लाइन ड्रॉन किया टाइम एक्सिस और वेलोसिटी एक्सिस के respectively, so that the initial velocity is represented by OA and final velocity represented by BC, and then time interval T represented by OC. Therefore, BD equal to BC minus CD represent the change of velocity in time interval T. Now, the first equation, position time relation, that is called V equal to U plus AT. Here mark one point. In CBSE, sometimes the question may be asked, establish the relation position time. इक्वेशन नहीं दिया रहता है, कहता है पोजीशन टाइम रिलेशन को स्थापित करें। तो उस समय आपको ध्यान में रखना होगा कि पोजीशन टाइम रिलेशंस जो है वह कौन सा इक्वेशन है, वह है V इक्वल टू, एक मिनट सॉरी, वेलोसिटी टाइम रिलेशन, नॉट पोजीशन टाइम, वेलोसिटी टाइम रिलेशन। So velocity time relation is v equal to u plus at. सेकेंड इक्वेशन है पोजीशन टाइम रिलेशन, जिसका इक्वेशन होता है एस इक्वल टू यू टी प्लस हाफ ए टी स्क्वायर। और थर्ड है पोजीशन वेलोसिटी रिलेशन, जिसका इक्वेशन है वी स्क्वायर इक्वल टू यू स्क्वायर प्लस 2s। मार्क किया इसको, ध्यान सुनो। पहला वेलोसिटी टाइम रिलेशन का इक्वेशन है वी इक्वल टू यू प्लस ए टी। सेकेंड है पोजीशन टाइम रिलेशन, जिसका इक्वेशन है एस इक्वल टू यू टी प्लस हाफ ए टी स्क्वायर। और थर्ड है पोजीशन वेलोसिटी रिलेशन, जिसका इक्वेशन है वी स्क्वायर माइनस यू स्क्वायर इक्वल टू 2s। सो वी विल solve one by one by graphical. So for the first equation, it means velocity time. See the figure number 8.8 and draw a conclusion here कि BC equal to BD plus DC equal to BD plus OA, where BC equal to V, OA equal to U. Therefore V equal to BD plus U or BD equal to V minus U. The acceleration of the object is given A equal to change in velocity by time taken equal to BD by AD equal to BD by OC. Therefore A equal to BD by T or BD equal to AT. So BD V minus U already we have discussed, and BD equal to AT. It means V minus U equal to AT or V equal to U plus AT. Is it clear? ध्यान दो, इक्वेशन जो हमने बताया कि BC इक्वल टू BD प्लस DC, और यही चेंज होके हो गया इक्वल टू BD प्लस OA। अब BC क्या है? V है। OA क्या है? U है। तो BC के जगह पर अगर हम V रखें तो V इक्वल टू हो गया BD प्लस U, इसलिए BD इक्वल टू क्या हो गया? V माइनस U। सिमिलरली acceleration of the object is given by A equal to change in velocity by time taken, तो BD by AD equal to BD by OC. Since OC equal to T, therefore A equal to BD by T or BD equal to AT. Now BD equal to V minus U already given and BD equal to AT. It means by equating the V minus U equal to AT and V equal to U plus AT. Now second equation, relation position time relation. Equation for position time relation. Always see the figure number 8.8. Equation for position time relation. Consider the object has traveled a distance s in time t under the uniform acceleration a. The distance traveled by an object obtained by the area enclosed within OABC under the velocity time graph AB. Therefore, the distance traveled given s equal to area OABC, that is trapezium. So this area can be divided into two parts: area of the rectangle OADC plus area of triangle ABD. सो एरिया ऑफ रेक्टेंगल इज इक्वल टू लेंथ इंटू ब्रेथ, इक्वल टू हो जाएगा ओ ए इंटू ओ सी, एंड एरिया ऑफ ट्रायंगल 1/2 बेस इंटू एल्टीट्यूड, तो 1/2 बेस हो गया ए डी, एल्टीट्यूड बी डी. Now substituting the value of OA, OC, AD, BD, etc., we get here S equal to UT plus half T into AT, or S equal to UT plus half AT square. Clear? If you have any confusion, please ask me question on the WhatsApp. Then third equation, position velocity relation. For the velocity time graph, the distance traveled by an object in time t moving under the uniform acceleration a is given by the area enclosed within the trapezium OABC under the graph, that is equal to S equal to area of trapezium OABC, जैसे पहले में किए थे, जस्ट इसके पहले. लेकिन एरिया ऑफ ट्रेपेजियम का फॉर्मूला होता है 1/2 सम ऑफ द पैरेलल साइड इनटू एल्टीट्यूड. तो दिस में बी रिटन एज ओ ए प्लस बी सी इन ब्रैकेट इंटू ओ सी बाई 2. Substituting the value of OA, BC, OC, we get S equal to V plus U by 2 into T. From the velocity time relations, T equal to V minus U by A. So in place of T, we put V minus U by A. Therefore, S equal to V plus U in bracket into V minus U in bracket divided by 2A. Or by cross multiplication, we see that 2AS equal to V square minus U square. With this topic, only one topic is left, uniform circular motion. So write down the definition of uniform circular motion. When an object moves in a circular path with uniform speed, its motion is called uniform circular motion, and the velocity is calculated in uniform circular motion v equal to 2 pi r by t, where 2 pi r equal to circumference of the circular path and t equal to time interval. So we calculate the velocity when an object moving in circular path by a formula v equal to 2 pi r by t. This is the last topic of this chapter. So now we have finished this chapter, and next class we will discuss regarding the NCERT question and their solutions.